Welcome to the fourth episode of the Universal Hustle Podcast. Today's guest is not only a Kerrville Daily Times 20 under 40 nominee, but she's also an executive director at the Doyle Community Center. Let's welcome Rae Cardenas. Rae Cardenas. I said it right.
Got it.
Man, what's going on with you?
Man, nothing, just working hard.
Working hard, man. You got the internet going crazy right now with your nominees, man. Tell the people what's going on with that, man.
Yeah, so Kerrville Daily Times approached me about being nominated for the 20 under 40 award, and truthfully, I didn't even know nominations were going on.
Right.
I don't know too many other people that were nominated. I've seen a few, like Miranda Brand with Bella Luz, and to be kind of considered in that same conversation as her, because she's built that business and her reputation. I'm just kind of honored. Yeah, I didn't have. It was kind of a surprise, and then I saw a lot of people on social media engaging with the post after I was nominated, and I didn't even. It took me a while to give Jessica a photo. I'm not much for recognition, just trying to do a great job, and seeing all the support and all the people that said they voted or they're just happy that I was nominated. You know, it was a lot of love, and I appreciate that.
There you go. So where do it go from now?
I'm not quite too sure. I know that there's going to be an award gala later this month at Arcadia Live. Jessica's petitioning for, I get 1+1, so she's petitioning for that ticket.
The sidekick right there.
Yeah, so just trying to see what's happening, and I know I need to submit some bio information and career accomplishments, but
and get some votes.
Yeah, I think the votes are still going. Maybe.
How do they vote? Online or?
I think so. I think it's on Kerrville Daily Times.
Okay. Well, good luck on that, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just honored to be mentioned and nominated, and I'm just happy to be there.
I think it's well deserved, man. As much as I learned about you over the last year, you well deserve your hard worker, man. So right now you're a executive director at Doyle Community.
Mm-hmm. Doyle Community Center.
Man, that's wild. I think my class, my generation was the last class. One of the last class to graduate from there out of preschool. Kindergarten.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd have seen that place turn from a kindergarten. Well, before my time, I think it was a high school.
Mm-hmm.
Kindergarten. It went to an alternative school. It went back to a daycare.
Yeah.
And it's been going, just flopping back and forth to different situations, different organizations. So. Now that it's a Doyle Community Center, you're the executive director. Mm-hmm. What all do you do there?
We do a lot. We have a lot of different services and different programs, and we do a bunch of different celebrations throughout the year. Because of the community center and its rich history, we have a lot of ties to our Black history, our Hispanic culture, our music history, and so throughout the year, we're never trying to forget that. So we have a bunch of different celebrations to honor that heritage. Right now, yesterday we kicked off Black History Month by showing the documentary, The Voices of Doyle, which includes Mr. Hardy, Miss Lewis, Clifton Pfeiffer, and a bunch of other people that grew up and actually went to Doyle when it was a school. So we have things like that going on. We celebrate Cinco de Mayo, the ACCs, and so history and culture is something that we just always are trying to preserve and trying to promote. We have senior lunch and bingo once a month, and it's not just for seniors in life. I like to say it's for seniors in high school to seniors in life and everybody else in between.
Okay.
If you need a hot meal and you just want some community and camaraderie, you can come every second Friday of the month.
Oh, wow.
We have live music from 12 to 2. And then we play some bingo in that last hour. We play at least 5 games. So
okay.
We have that, and we have game night. Anything to really bring the community together.
Right.
Especially since we have a good portion of older community members. We don't like the, some people feel like they have to like stay in like after a certain age.
Right.
Even coach tries to promote like, staying active, getting out there and connectivity for longevity and like longer lasting life. And so anything to bring the people together. Those are our monthly things. Every Wednesday we have a food pantry from 11 to 1. And the pantry, since it's small and it's growing, our main focus is the people in the Doyle neighborhood. But anybody that walks through the door looking for help is never turned away.
Right. Well, that's excellent, man.
Yeah, we always, anybody that comes in looking for food assistance, even if they're not from the neighborhood, they will be served. And then we do a really good job at trying to make connections and partnerships with other nonprofit organizations and different businesses. So if there's something that we can't do, we can put these people in the right direction. We're always trying to give resources and guides and information for anything that we can't do. So we have our food assistants and our senior programs, and every day after school the bus drops off. So we have an after school lounge from 3:30 to 5:30. Schreiner University helps us facilitate that with their college students that are either going into child psychology or trying to be a teacher.
Right.
And so they help us. We kind of wanted to make it as like a bridge connector, because we do a Doyle graduation celebration every May to honor the kids that are graduating out of the neighborhood. Because usually it's a lot. Usually it's the first for a lot of families.
Right.
A lot of those kids, and so because of Doyle's history of being a full school, we always put like an emphasis on education and its importance. So we always try to highlight those young individuals and have their own celebrations with their family. So the after school lounge we thought it was going to be like a connecting bridge so we could know some of those students a little bit beforehand. But with fall activities like football, band, basketball, a lot of the kids are really active and part of those extracurriculars. So the young kids found it, and it's been really crazy. They've put their name and stake on it. They've grown. I had literally a young man last year. It was the first year we launched it. Walked in. He said, "Is this for us?" And I said, "Yes." I only had like a couple board games, a few bags of chips. He left and then came back the next day with all of his cousins. Right. And then slowly kids were getting off the bus and trickling in. So
word traveled, huh?
Yeah, I have. We call him the boss. He actually he's always there. But he single-handedly like went out and was like, "No, there's tutoring, and you only have to do homework for about 20 to 30 minutes. Kind of depends if they're goofing off."
Right.
And then they get to. We have TV. We have board games. We have a couple computers that were donated, so they get a little bit of laptop time. If it's a nice day outside, we like to go and promote being outside and being on the playground. So we have that.
So is that every day?
Every day,
Monday through Friday. At school? Okay, what are the times?
3:30 to 5:30. And it's not a formal after-school program. It's just a lounge, but we take, like, safety and all that into consideration. We have, like, parent emergency contact info.
Right.
And we know exactly, like, if the kids doesn't come off the bus and nobody says that they're sick, we're already calling parents.
Oh, okay.
Since we're so small and we're growing, we have that connectivity with a lot of the parents, especially like the older siblings, because we have a good amount of kids that their older brothers or sisters that get off the middle school or the high school bus, they're actually the ones that are picking them up from our school and our center and taking them home from school.
Right.
So
far as the tutoring goes, I see a lot of Schreiner kids over there. Is that kind of like their job?
Yeah, so I have 2 Schreiner students that help me out in the after school program, and they help with tutoring. A lot of our kids are they really appreciate the one-on-one time and the extra help with sight words.
Right.
That's a lot of the biggest thing. And we've actually kind of gotten a lot of them to get back into reading and being interested in reading, because every day we track their homework and their reading, and if they do good at the end of the month, they do a fun Friday.
Okay.
So we've gotten a lot of those that
There we go.
are hard to buckle down and do homework. We've gotten a lot of parents that have like said like you've helped improve. So
Right.
that's the only indicator that I need that it's working. But at the end of the month, popsicles, cookies.
Okay.
We just have a little party, and that fun Friday they don't have to do homework.
Just pull up and enjoy.
Yeah, they just got to have a good time, and I think that and getting to see the daily tracking, I think that helps keep them motivated.
Right.
So that's been really fun to see that program grow. Because last year we had 4 to 6. This year we have like 11 to 13, and that's not even including the older siblings. Because usually they just get off the bus, they grab the younger siblings, but this year they've actually been like staying around a little bit,
right,
and starting to talk,
get comfortable.
Yeah, get comfortable. So with taking in the middle schoolers and the high schoolers, that probably puts us at another 10, like 5, 6 consistently. But there's this few that they just come in at random and they're like, "Hey, this has been going on. Just wanted to tell you hi." All right, bye.
Right. So is it a lot of argument behind the computer? Because those kids, man, they're so computer tech right now. Man.
Yeah, a lot of arguing. Not really because of like sharing or anything like that. A lot of arguing because of the games that they're playing. Because they're not allowed to connect with people that aren't in the after school.
Right.
Like on another computer in the after school. They're not allowed to connect with them or chat. And so they'll start yelling across the table, like, "You took this, you weren't supposed to do that." And
like,
so,
oh man.
Yeah, they play a game called Steel Brain Rot, and it broke into this real heated argument one day, and I had a little guy crying, and he was like, "He stole my prized brain rot." And I was like, "Well, what are you playing?" And he's like, "Steel Brain Rot." And I was like, "Okay, buddy, if steal's in the name and is the purpose of the game,
right?
You can't get too upset."
Right.
And so I was like, "You just got to be better, and you got to go steal it back."
That's it.
And he was like, "You're right. Like, I'll go." But I think that was like our biggest thing, because a lot of them are their siblings, their cousins, or they've just grown up together, and so there's not ever like a sharing issue.
Right.
And we have a few that don't care to be on the computer at all. Like they rather color or build Legos or just watch the movie that we have on.
That's very rare, huh?
Yeah, we have 3 that are really great about that, and it's really fun watching them come in, because there's one that's always like, "I want to be on the computer.
Right.
You're not going to mess up my homework time because it's going to take away my computer time."
Not today.
And there's several days where they come in and they're like, "It's a great day. Like, we don't want to be on the computer. We want to be outside."
That's crazy.
And
man.
so like watching them like have these like little like sub conversations and come into those conclusions.
That's wild, man. Well, she answered all the questions that I had for her.
Yeah, and we also have a new feature. So like we've always had a legal kiosk where you can get like information about legal advice and different legal information. But now we have in our building, they rent from us Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid. So Cindy is in her office Monday through Friday from like 10 to 5, pretty much most of the week. And she's been a really great help, because some people, they don't want to chat like with an AI robot or wait for the lawyer. And so she's really fantastic, and she's bilingual. So she's been really great with helping people in the community that are coming in and looking for additional legal advice. I know she's been helping with the FEMA appeals as far as like this past flooding is concerned, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays they can help with family court stuff.
Don't they have a day for where they try to help you get your legal papers?
Yeah, well, not with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid. So I work with the Mexican consulate out of San Antonio.
Okay.
And so every year for the last 2 years, they do a mobile event. So they do one in the spring and one in the summer. And they completely take over our building Saturday and Sunday. And they do everything right then and there. You just have to have an appointment ahead of time. But like if you need help as far as getting your Mexican birth certificate, your voter's registration, passport. You know, a lot of these documents are for like them to maintain their dual citizenship
Right.
and stay compliant with their residency cards and information. That always has a really big turnout. We see usually per day about 250 to 300 people, but the consulate, they can only see about 200 a day.
Okay.
But I always tell people that don't have an appointment that are coming for services, because they always make an appointment line and a non-appointment line.
Right.
And so for those that are in the non-appointment line, I always say, like, don't leave. Like, I know you've been out here for hours.
Hang in there.
Hang in there, because the second that somebody, like, doesn't show up or there's a big gap in their time slots, they're taking everybody that they can.
Right.
Because they don't want to turn anybody away.
Right, right.
So they're always going through the non-appointment line, and they're like, okay, what do you need? If it's something real simple and easy, they're like, okay, go ahead and go. If it's something that like in order to get certain documents, you have to have like your driver's license and your birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't have that, or they need to get that in order to get the other thing, they'll be like, okay, you're going to go in, you're going to get your passport, or you're going to get your ID, whatever you're needing. You're going to get it, come back, and you're going to get in this line. Because then you can get what you actually need.
Basically like express.
Yeah, so
express
they're
line.
always trying to work both lines. And
Right.
especially on Sundays, like towards the end of the day, it's like they're trying to pack up, and a lot of people are tired of waiting.
Right.
And the second that the line moves, they'll come out and they're like, okay, you last 40, just come on in. Let's just knock this out really quick. And so I always tell them, like, don't wait.
Just stay there.
Just
be
stay in the
a little
line.
more patient. Right.
Yeah,
right,
we always
right.
try, like me and volunteers, because the consulate does all of it. So me and the volunteers are really just crowd control, answering questions, making sure people are in the right lines. There's some people that we help like fill out their forms.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we're working those lines, we know like they start at 8, we already have a line by 7.
Oh,
For
wow.
those that don't have an appointment. And so we know who's been there all day, so we can be like, hey, here's some water. Right. Here's some water, or if you need to go to the restroom, like we know that you're right here.
Right.
Like you don't feel like you're gonna lose your spot.
That's crazy. It's good you guys do that. Man, that's some hard work, man.
Yeah, and it really pairs well with our on Tuesdays we teach English as a second language.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Thursdays, we teach citizenship. And so for those in our citizenship classes that they need like certain documents to maintain their residency status, or, they just want extra copies or new copies for after the naturalization test.
Y'all get it done.
Yeah, we get it done. And they print it right then and there. The longest thing when the Mexican consulate comes, the longest thing that takes to print is the passport, because it's like the booklet.
Right.
But they have a waiting area, and it's all done right then and there. And we see people from like all over Texas come.
Oh, wow.
We had the first year I did it, we had people from Corpus Christi, Eagle Pass, a lot of people from Odessa, because it's not a lot of
Traffic.
not a lot of traffic, but not a lot of opportunities to get everything done like right in one shot.
Right. You seem like you got your hands full by you being a director of all this. Does it ever get just mind blowing sometimes?
It gets a little thick every now and then, but at the end of the day, it's like it's such a fun time.
That's
like
what I signed up for.
It's such a like happy, like there's no really bad days. Just sometimes there's like a lot going on.
Right.
So sometimes like I'm like flustered because I want to give like any program or situation or what's going on. I want to get it like my full time and attention.
Right.
So sometimes I get overwhelmed really easily, but I mean, we deal with kids every day. We help people, get to doctor's appointments, help people get food. And so, I know like that's the root of our cause, and we're always just trying to help our neighbor. And so, it's not a bad day. Like,
right,
you
right.
know,
No, I get you.
it's not like a high demand, like full labor intense job.
Right.
Like we're just trying to help
You
our
go
friends
home,
and our
relax,
neighbors.
come back and do it again the next
Yeah.
day. So you guys, you have a board, correct?
Yes, we have a board of directors.
So how do y'all juggle? Does everything go through them first, and then
Yeah.
it comes to you, or how does that
So
work?
we're kind of like a team. The board of directors, they have their own roles and responsibilities, and I handle the day-to-day and the regular operations, and they're kind of like my secondary team. Like they have their own to-dos and responsibilities, but if I ever need like advice, if I'm trying to workshop certain programs or ideas, I turn to them. One of my biggest things about Natasha,
Natasha Sanders,
yeah,
man, that's my
about
girl
her
right there, man.
stepping down is
Man, we're gonna miss her.
we're gonna miss her. Her energy, especially as one of my MCs at like graduation and different events.
Give her the mic.
She was so great. But one of my favorite things about her is like, if something would happen, or whether it was a new opportunity, something going on in the neighborhood, or something that just came through the door, she was always really great at just giving me advice.
Right.
And sometimes that's what the board, it really does for me, is they're like, they all have different business backgrounds. They all have like many lives and hobbies, and they're part of other organizations. And so I always try to like, take some of that wisdom and that lived experience, and making sure that anything that I'm doing in the center or for the center is like community's always like the forefront of that idea. So we kind of like work together. They have their fundraising stuff, and I have like my day-to-day stuff. If there's something that like, I've talked to Clifton Pfeiffer and Lois Shaw. They're two of my staff members. They are always like, if I have an opportunity or I'm trying to think of something, I go talk to them about it, or I workshop like different ideas and get their feedback. And if I'm still not like comfortable with it, then I go and talk to the board.
Right.
And so they've been helpful with that. They've also been very like trusting with me.
Okay.
I know like in the beginning, like it was just, I was at the front desk. I was answering phones, and then next thing I know, I'm getting the opportunity to become the interim.
Oh, okay. So
executive.
You went from the front desk to director.
Yes. I used to handle volunteers and donor relations.
Okay.
Yes. So I was basically tracking like all of our donors, and I was just always trying to schedule and build more relationships with our volunteers.
Right.
And so then one day, they just asked me, Bessie Pfeiffer had asked, she was like, we're working through some things on the board, and we're trying to rebuild and maintain a great, strong connection with the community center. We're looking for an executive director. How do you feel about it? And I just told her, like, I had just came off of a knee injury, and so I just told her, I was like, I'm just looking for a desk job. Like, I just needed a desk job, because before that I was actually helping Jaime Delgado with his trash company.
Right.
And so I'd like run on the truck and ride on the truck and throw trash. I had like a bunch of odd jobs and just would do different things, and then I got hurt. And so I thought it was really, I don't know, I felt like they had a lot of trust in me. They like the Pfeiffers knew me, from growing up. A lot of the board members knew me, but they didn't know that they knew me because they hadn't seen me since I was like way younger.
Hey, and that's the same thing with me, man. And one day you told me, I said, man, that's Big Rudy's daughter. Big Rudy's niece, and Frankie now. I said, man, and I thought back, and you just looked. Of course you were younger.
Yeah.
And I said, bingo, that's where I know her from, man. But that's why it's so much of an amazement to me to see you grow up, and boom, now you're the director of the community
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they put a lot of trust. Like in the beginning, I was like, "Y'all sure?" And Bessie was like, "I have total confidence in
Right.
you." And every
Right.
step, I think I don't always have to consult them, but I like to. I like to have like the opinion of my full staff, my
go.
board, because a lot of my board is my community.
Right.
And so I never want to take away or do something that's not for the betterment of my community. And so they have a lot of trust in me. I think I've just gone in there and done the work, and they've seen that.
I mean, I think not only that was a great decision by them, because it's nothing like somebody that's that familiar from where the neighborhood came from, and now they know where it's going.
Yeah.
Versus somebody from out the blue don't know where the neighborhoods came from, so they know where it's hard for them to guide it to where they want to go. But the vision is clear within everybody there from that neighborhood, and we on the roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we on the roll.
We're moving up there. I see, every day more people coming in. Even like my family and my cousins and everybody that still lives in the neighborhood. Like when I first got hired, they were like, "What do you do there? Like, what's happening there?"
Right.
And like I very early on learned the history of the center, and then found out that it became a community center in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
And to see and meet like different people in and out of the community still not even know what we do. Right. I'm like, okay, that's got to change. Like everybody's got to know
what's going
on, our services and communication.
Hope you're enjoying episode 4 of the Universal Hustle podcast. If you're a universal hustler or know of a universal hustler who would like to be on our podcast, feel free to reach out via our Facebook page. The ones who get up and get it. Make it happen for the people, have a real story to tell. We would love to have them on. Or maybe I'm speaking to you. All right, let's get back to the episode.
This town is really like unique.
Right.
Because it's like multiple ways to like communicate. We have a lot of people that live and die by the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of people that they love social media.
Right.
And then a lot of people in like our neighborhood, they're like, just send us a text.
Right.
So trying to keep up those communications.
All three is kind of hard.
Yeah. And
I would say just keep doing the same thing, man. But another thing, man, I think the people want to know is how often do you guys vote for being on the board? Is it public?
Our board meetings are always open to the public. As far as like voting and getting on the board, that I'm not too sure. I don't know where they're at, like in their terms, because they have like when you become a board member, you sign on for, I don't know what their term limits are.
Okay.
But you sign up for a term limit, and that's how you rotate on and off. I know that there's an application process, and they do interviews for incoming board members. I think because Natasha had to step down, I know that they're looking for a new president, and then I believe they're still trying to fill in some other roles on the board. So I think like you can, stop by the center and get an application.
Ask
for me. Because I believe they're still doing that. And our board meetings, I want to say, are every second Thursday at
open to the public.
Open to the public. They always ask. That's one of the first things that they ask. Is there anybody here from the community that would like to say something or speak about certain things in the community or going on with the center that good or bad. And a lot of times there's not anybody there. And so trying to open that back up and trying to, like I said, build that communication, and make sure people know what's going on, so like they can be at those moments and they can say like, hey, y'all are doing a great job with this, but I think, they can say, we need better help with this, or just voice like the regular needs. Around Christmas, we did our big Christmas toy drive and did our community Christmas party to get that back out into the community. And that was one of our bigger events. Like we had 184 kids come through, and we actually had a couple of gifts for like that was like one of the bigger events that a lot of the community came out for.
In the haunted house.
Mm-hmm. In the haunted house, yeah. And it's in those moments where they like, people will randomly just say, hey, do you have like an exercise class, or like, have y'all ever considered doing this? And I want more of those moments. And everybody that like I come across, I always tell people, no idea is like a really bad idea. Like sometimes it's just like bad execution or something like that. Or there's always like a good like silver lining in something. And so I always tell people, like, if you have an idea, if you have a comment, if you have a question, like just stop in. Stop in or give me a call, you know. Nelson was one of the first people I met, and his idea was all about
the soccer.
Soccer,
White.
yeah.
Right. He has great ideas when it comes
all
to
the time.
sports.
And then he has a connection with like ASO, and he was like, I'm just trying to do, you know, indoor soccer, sports clinics. And I just told him, I was like, yeah, like at the time I was just still at the front desk taking messages.
It's amazing what a community can come together and do, man. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking forward for the future of the Doyle community to be great.
Yeah, I think we're going that direction. We got some great new board members. I know they're still looking for board members. We got a great dialogue with our community right now. Still got to strengthen it. Still got to know everybody in the neighborhood. I have a big map in my office, and it's not updated. I know that I know a lot more people on it, but my goal is to know pretty much everybody in every house. And be able to just serve my community and like grow to where it's for not just the people in the neighborhood, but like I can help anybody in Kerrville.
There you go.
Especially like after the flood, like, you know, you really like see how small Kerr County is.
Man, after that flood, man, I want to salute you for that too, man. I wasn't gonna speak on it, but since you brought it up, man, that was very impressive the way you conducted yourself and conducted the whole situation. As the inventory came in, you was always on point. I sit back and watched you, and I want to tell you, man, we appreciate that, man.
Yeah, the flood was a hard. I think it was hard on I know it was hard on everybody, but all of our agency partners, the people that had boots on the ground, like that were like right on the front lines with our first responders, you know, making sure that like I'm not holding on to, but like everybody came into like storage issues.
Right.
And so I had a bunch of different organizations that are like, we're going to need this, but like we can't take this. And I was like, okay, we'll bring it. Like just bring it.
That stuff stacked to the lights.
We had a whole room that was decommissioned. Like we couldn't use it for class. We couldn't use it for rentals. And I know that for every box that I got rid of, there was probably 2 more that replaced it in that moment. And being able to help out our fellow interagency partners. And I even like walked out with, not walked out, I went and walked and visited a lot of the houses with the Red Cross and like being able to have all that inventory and then like calling like different people with Kerr together and being like, hey, I just met this man on like Guadalupe Street. I have it. It's not mine, but can I go take them all these things? And they're like, yeah, of course. Like take him 2 of everything. Like take him as much as he needs. And everybody's community, like the whole city of Kerrville, like the way everybody like stepped up their communication and was like trading resources and information. Like it was really crazy and like crazy controlled chaos. And I've never felt like, even like I have not like grieved the whole flood at all. I still like don't look right or left when I'm passing any of the bridges. But to see us all like come together and like really
it's nothing like it.
Uplift our community.
Good, man. So is it anything else you want to tell the people about Doyle? One more thing before we leave? Because you answered all the questions. You answered all the questions I had for you all in one sentence. So we're going to go and wrap it up, but talk to the people where they can vote for you. What else? Anything. Talk to us.
I don't know about voting for the 20 to 40 or 20 under 40 thing. If you want to check that out, I think you can go look it up at the KerrvilleDailyTimes.com. But as far as Doyle, if you don't know who we are and what we're doing and you want to stay connected and plugged in, please follow us on Facebook. If you are a newsletter person and you want to get on our newsletter list, please feel free to email Jessica at Jessica at DoyleCommunityCenter.org, and we can get you either on our email list or you can watch out for us on Facebook. We're still growing our communication, so there'll be soon other avenues to stay following us for info. So please stay tuned and stay connected. Just drop by.